What's up, everybody on YouTube line? How everybody doing today? How everybody doing today? It's a lots of updates that is happening in the AI community right now. And the first major update is about Midjourney. Version 8.2 is official out today. So let's get into that. And even though I don't have Midjourney right now, Midjourney had just released a new model. So it focused on the personal nature, the image, the new image model. And so this is really good that they doing this. But the problem that I could say that I have not seen yet is text. And this is something that Midjourney is lacking on when it comes to like doing text messages or putting text into the background or foreground. That's something that they have not dissolved for so many years, but everything else is 100% there. Excuse me. And ever since I put out a video yesterday talking about how Midjourney is lacking behind, today Midjourney released a new model based on what I say. And I'm not here to say Midjourney is not listening, because they is listening, but they not listening enough when it comes to the tax. So you can see the new model right here. Back then, we used to have a video. Midjourney used to do a video talking about the new features, what is new. And now, since version 2 came out, I have not seen no one puts out a video on it. So these are the art styles that you will be getting with the next Midjourney. And I'm not gonna lie, I can't like it. Like literally do like this new art style, the new aesthetic on here. So you came from this to this. I don't know how I feel about this picture, and you came from this picture to this. I didn't know how I feel. Like I gotta be 100% real. Um, you can see the issue with Midjourney. You can tell the AI because of this right here. Always look at the nails, and that's how you know in AI. But they did say they approve it. They fix lots of issues. So I am excited to see it. Whenever I get paid, wherever I get the next paycheck, I will try to go out and repurchase Midjourney again. Like I promise, 'cause I did promise that if Midjourney comes with version 8.2, I will go back on that, test it out, and I gotta test it out, see is it better or not. But one thing I want to see that the text arena should be working on this. And so this is the official update from July 24th, 2026. And so let's move to the next news. So today's news is talking about my art style, how I lose my own personal art style to train ChatGPT to only lose what I like as a digital artist. And most of y'all don't notice that you can't upload all your artwork in ever art style that you done as a digital artist and then train ChatGPT to remember it and remaster it into the style that you want. As me as a digital artist, um, that reason why a whole bunch of people ask me, how do you do these different art styles. And sometimes you have to question and say, hey, this is what I do as a digital artist. And this is something that I enjoy. I really enjoy coming up with my own ideas. So if we go to Chrome, we go to Chrome and we look for input digital digital artist Lisa Wasserman. Now back then, like either on the Angel side of things, you can't test out like the new model with the voice attachment and stuff. So this is something that I didn't notice as a digital artist and stuff. Um, Apple is a little bit different because Apple is like you can talk only on the Google Pixel. You're able to talk back and forth with the Google Chat. I wish they could bring that feature over to the Apple thing. And Siri is not that smart. Um, just the new Siri is not that smart. It's smart in certain things, but when it comes to like getting information about certain people or celebrities or artists, this is something. So people always ask me, how do I do my art style? And and how my art always come out in a way that it needs to be done. And I gotta tell you the secret. The secret is this: lose the style that you make up. And what that means is take all your pictures, any picture that you've done as a digital artist in the past, put it one into ChatGPT. Doesn't matter, it's an anime, digital art, or paint. I do a mix of type of art style. I love doing oil paint. I love doing watercolors. I love doing realistic 3D animated. So I bind all those key elements like vector art into one art style. And that has to be one different style right here, one style right here. I like to lose the same art style that I've been losing for years. This is how I able to make the art style that I need, like and be like more like animated slash screen realistic and 3D artwork, and that's how I able to make the animated artwork. And this is a unique artwork that I do as a digital artist, and nobody else cannot make this artwork. People could try and mimic it. You might get something close to it, but it won't be like in the same art style that I do as a digital artist. When it comes to like editing into ChatGPT and stuff. So my art style is very, very unique to me and very special to me because I know what type of art style that I'm looking for and what type of art style I do as a digital artist. And some people will say, okay, what type of art style do you do? I tell people the honest truth. I do art based on my own art style, my real art style, my own image. My theme color is low and green. Those are the two main cutters. Now I got other cutters that I use to over to master my art style and so or master what I need to do as a digital artist. And I've been doing it for like so many years. So I study the styles that I need to over to make it fit into my endeavor as a digital artist. To order to grow as an artist, you have to have your own unique signature as a digital artist. What gonna make you stand out of the rest of the other artists? What gonna make your artwork come to life? Any artwork that people will tell you is I bring my artwork to life. I bring it to life to the fact that it is a breathtaking. You can feel the joy. So the second key of having your art style is taking real life, and this is up being honest and truthful, taking real life screenshots. And what I mean is, let me show you what I mean. Taking something 1% real screenshots based on real people. When it comes to digital art, any artist will tell you this, but sometimes either digital artists cannot bring their artwork to life. And that's just being truthful and honest. Because they lose a graphics image. It don't bring in that true emotion, that true look. Like, you can see why I say what I say on here. It may give you a good example. You see how her face is very emotion. You could see the emotion in her face. You could see like why this is happening to her. You could see the emotion, and you want your artwork based on true emotion, not artificial emotion that you get with digital artists who think that is emotion. Cause your emotion come based on what you think and what you feel. And this is something that I always tell people. Don't put your emotion how you want it in the image. Your image has to have that set same emotion that you want to put into the image. Especially if you're a digital artist and you draw it and you sketch it, you want that emotion, but that emotion is based on you. You have to I lose real life, I say before, I lose real life imagery to bring the emotion to life and stuff. That means real people, real ideas. Now, some people will say, okay, why you just don't draw a person by scratch? To me, is I do that as well, but I like to have my own way approach of people. Like this, ISO speed. You want the legit emotion a person face. The excitement. You can see here emotion in his face at 1% legit. And that's the reason why a whole bunch of people ask me what the difference from being a AI artist and a different from being a digital artist slash AI artist. May give you a difference. The difference is AI artist is a 100% real artist, just like the 100% digital artist. And the big difference is they think come out of their mind in the same way that digital artists think and come out of their mind. Only difference is that one person type, the other person paint or draw on the phone or draw on the PC. That is the two different things. But your hand is still being used to create artwork, create painting and stuff, and just in a different way and different aspect. Most people gonna say, well, the AI is doing all the work. No, you have to train the AI to do what you want. You have to tell it what to do. And different from telling it and different of editing it. And big different when you generate an AI art by stretch and that got one layer versus um uploaded a real life imagery like ISO speed is 100% upload and you're adding with the assistance of AI. Not AI doing it, you doing the work. And this is the reason why I say when it comes to like true emotion, the emotion come by looking and discernment by real people face, they reaction. This is you can see how his face reaction look on him. You want to get a check realistic imagery to base your artwork on. Now, you can use it as a reference image, but it still won't be close to the exact emotion that you get it. Okay, let me give you an idea what I mean. So let's go back to here, right? That give you an idea. So every emotion is 1% true. Like E right here, you know this is a famous picture that is everywhere. And this is one of my art piece. And with Hulk Hogan is the most true emotion in the face, the eye. Now, AI cannot induce true emotion. They could give you what they think what emotion is, but it's not gonna give you the legit life like emotion that you when you do in editing in my art style. And that's something that AI always fail at when it comes to artificial emotion. And it can't make true emotion like you want it. So how do I get true emotion? I take screenshots. Now, you can take these pictures into a sort and so I've told that to you. But in how you lose the tool, how you lose ChatGPT to bring these pictures to life, to bring the true emotion to life. This what you call true lifelike. You can feel in the picture the smile. You can feel the artistic style when it comes to the type of art style that I do as a digital artist. You're not feeling it. You're not deceiving yourself. This is what you call 100% real emotion. And even with my mom, this is a 100% true emotion of my mom and my nephew, Avery, when he was a baby. So when it comes to like true emotion, you got to know how to represent artwork. And ever since ChatGPT came out with a new model, ChatGPT came a long ways in the editor part. And then you got Photoshop that is automatic built in. It may say what I mean. So if you go right here, you got new plugins right here. Now, most of y'all might understand what the plugin is. Most of y'all don't understand, but I always use the design or add-in feature that I able to lose with Photoshop. So when people say, okay, why you don't lose the Photoshop on your phone? And I do. I use the Photoshop on here to paint and come up with ideas inside. So when it comes to all my artwork or anything that I want to do, and this is before AI. Before I started doing I was doing this way before AI ever came out. And these are decades. I got more photos like this on my hard drive right now. I just wish I could plug it up and show you. But I got more photos like this of designs that I done over the years after Photoshop came out. No, I mean AI came out. So you can see some of my artwork and stuff that I done as a digital artist and some pictures. So yes, I could lose this to continue adding my pictures. But this is why I would say go on to do Photoshop. 'Cause in lots of features that you're able to do on here with plugins, ideas that you were not able to do in the past, and all right here in the apartment right here. If you want a company, you know what this do, and you know how to train it, you know how to do email. So even Zoom, team, you got lots of ideas you're able to do with this uh, in the back door of doing this. So more plugins will come along with ChatGPT. But adding your pictures, doing your own art style is totally different. Now, some people like say, okay, they grab a idea, like right here. I could grab this idea and say, can you open this? Is what you call a different from creating new art by stretch, losing this. Now, I usually don't do this, but I am showing you now. Once Midjourney is finished, then I could continue adding in Midjourney. 'Cause I do lots of artwork in Midjourney and ChatGPT, and sometimes I do artwork on into watercolor. So you can see the artist is there right here, and this is what you call generated AI art right here. But this looks so realistic that it look really nice. I'm not gonna lie, and I could say tone this into a dress of a black woman wearing this on in a style of animated art style and extreme realistic. And this what this would do. Now you created like AI art. Now you're doing AI art as a digital artist. Now I give you an example. I'm not telling you how to lose it or what to do, but I am teaching you how to become a AI artist using this style. Now watch when I tell it to lose my art style versus losing the art style that is automatic built in with ChatGPT. And all that I have to say, lose my art style, and it will instant lose the style that I done as a digital artist for so many years and what I trained it to do. So right here and not training and lose my art style and losing a totally different art style. But it will come similar like my art style like this. Bam. You can't say this is not nice and beautiful. Now watch this. Now put this into my art style and add my name into the art style and change the color to red. I want to see how they look red. Change the background in a beautiful background and stuff. So put it into my art style. So right here, this is when you start losing your own personal art style as a digital artist. And to master your own art style, you got to study what you do. This is a beautiful picture on ChatGPT, came out with the nails correctly done right here, and the emotion on the face is like in there, but it could not life. But this is something that you could come up with ideas as a digital artist to master something to grow to something. So to have a vision to master AI art, you got to study it. You got to know how what will artists look for. And I could see someone come out with an idea on losing their ass a dress right here, and that'd be really good. Okay, so right here, bam, this is what we looking for. So this is what we at. This is in my art style and stuff. Now, I could also say put it into my other art style. Now put it into my other art style. You know what it is. 3D animated realistic. And I'm not gonna lie, this is really nice. And this is how you know the difference when in losing your own art style. And tell you when it comes to the art style, when you lose it, we say did the artist rooted in faith, grow in purpose, made to aspire. This is something that you're able to do with ChatGPT to teach ChatGPT what is the true emotion, how to create AI art by scratch. And this is one way. Now, I always tell the people, I really don't teach people how to make AI art like I used to. From back then, I used to teach people the different style, the different ways of lighting, changing the background, adding the image, improving the upstatic, and so many stuff that you could put into one imagery. that using ChatGPT that you were not able to do in Midjourney. So I can't wait to see how this is. So this is in the same color. And right here, this is part when you can edit. Change her outfit to wear. I would like to see wear on this. Wait for it. Wait. Let's go right here. Let's put it in wear. Okay, so this is something that I like, and this is living in my other art style right here. And you can see the other art style. My art style come with 3D look, and this is how you know. So another way you can know if this is your art style is at ChatGPT, and give you an idea. So right here, I gotta tell you what is my art style right here. Okay, so now you understand what is my art style. So my art style is me training ChatGPT and telling ChatGPT what I want and how what I need. So this is something that you're able to do based on the cutoffs of ChatGPT, my art style. Now, this is the fifth time I made AI art in ChatGPT because usually I don't do that. I usually edit my imagery, but this is my fifth time of making AI art, or my sixth time making AI art, and I love making AI art in ChatGPT. Excuse me. And you can see, like, one thing I could say different that when it comes to AI art, you see the different scenes in the background. You pay attention to the houses and very consistent. Excuse me, and very consistent. And this is the beautiful way of seeing it. So you can create really cool backgrounds as a digital artist if you want to master your own art style. So this the key way of doing mastering your own art style is by taking your art style, training it into ChatGPT, ever art that you done and you want a different style, I did the exact same thing in Midjourney. And Midjourney will like tell you what is my art style. You know, I didn't pay for it, but you're able to do this in Midjourney. And this is something. Another style of mine is GTA. Uh, One way how I do my GTA style better than the actual GTA, uh, I go into like a common animated realistic vector art style. Let me see what I mean by that. So if we go to my gallery right here, I do GTA. Let me go to my GTA real fast. Okay, so this is my GTA picture, and people always ask me how do I do a GTA style, and this is something that I always adjust it. So my art style is based on most of GTA, and you can see why I love taking the idea and losing the vector art and stuff. Cause this is my own personal art style at GTA. I not to prompt it at GTA. I just have to say, you know what? I want my art style be close to GTA, but better. And this is how I able to master my own personal art style as a digital artist. Another thing most people ask me when it comes to like Jason David Frank, you do lots of imagery for Jason David Frank as the Power Ranger person. So yeah, all my artwork is based on most of Jason David Frank because he is a legend and I love this man, respect this man, and so when it comes to like giving the ideas for actual real life pictures that I done myself based on different art style. I study art style and say, you know what, this is what I want. So you right here, this is what my art style, and this is the comic book that I work on. And I also redesigned the Pink Ranger helmet into a much better up to date version, and you can see a more update version of the Pink Ranger helmet that I designed myself. With also a new Pink Ranger globe. So I got the idea from the movie, a moment the crystal. I want the crystal to be in him, saying that that's a popcorn. Cause I want that crystal to be more clear, like on the movie. New putties look more to how they supposed to look and stuff. So you could grab ideas if you put your mind on it. What type of art style you're looking for? What type of artist you are? So you have to visualize what is your goal. How you gotta do this? How you gotta do that? And this is what I would tell people to do. You want a art style, make it your own. Make it the way how you need it. And stuff to come up with your own personal art style. And that's what I do. I study, and these are my real life imagery that I painted myself and done. And this is one of my favorite Power Ranger, Trini. And I do lots of imagery of her because I admire her. She was one of my favorite Power Ranger all times. And her and Jason David Frank. But when it comes to like real life people, I always do real imagery of real life people in my own personal art style where I like how I need it. It doesn't matter what background, what color. I miss vector art with a screen animated real life imagery. And anyone could take this style and lose it, but it won't be closer to how I lose it. And you can see the true how my art is more true to life and stuff. And you can see how I able to master this to come up with real life imagery. And I love it. I don't gonna lie, I really do love it and stuff. So Even this one right here, one of my all-time favorite picture. And this is a famous picture of Jason David Frank. And this one of my favorite artistic picture. Including with this is one of my all-time favorite picture right here. So this is something that I really cherish and something that I love. And so I'm able to share this with you guys because I want to show you that when you have real life imagery of real people, you want that imagery to be more to life, more true to life, and more awesome. That's how art begins. You want art to travel with like Jordans, master it. You want this to come to life, and you want your art. And all these pictures is my real 100% artwork that I have to draw myself, or I had to remaster or restitch. You have to come up with your own idea. And I most do extreme realistic in 3D, and this is something that I love when it comes to working. Another idea I always tell the people is it wasn't for me doing the rid of the picture of David, and this is that outfit that he had on many years ago. You see my first artwork, and I gotta show you the very first artwork I ever done as a digital artist. Let me see, can I find it? Okay, right here. This is what made me who I am today. I did this way back in 2015. The very first starting. This is the as a day that I did this on May 15th. The original date that I turned around and I redid this again. Repaint this on May 19th, 2015. So they were done on a well. I wish I could see the date. I think this was done on Friday or Monday, and the original one was done on the 17th. So 2 days later, I read and paint this. So this is the video the date that I did. This is the video the time that I done this on my PC. And they were the very first art picture I ever done. And you fast forward years later, who will picture me years later to remaster this image into a more high quality imagery? So over the years, I practice till I get it correctly right, and I master it. I begin to work on it. I begin to lose my real art still to bring the imagery to life. So I was not satisfied. So that's the reason why you're able to see these type of pictures. Right here, let me see, can I find it? Right here. That's the reason why you're able to see this new version of David. The new master version. That picture is based on this imagery right here and stuff at the time. He holding the phone, taking a picture and stuff. So that was something that I always wanted to remaster and stuff. And you can see how well this picture look now if you think about it. So yeah, I came a long way as a digital artist, and I wanted to show you some ideas. This is a brand phone that Apple is gonna do next year. On this year one to come out. I done meant to show you that, but since you see that, this is the iPhone 18, the new color that is coming out for the iPhone 18 Pro Max. So this is the one of the colors. And so I done meant to show you that. I gotta get in trouble. But this is some ideas that could show you how this is not AI at all, cause it's based on my real life phone that I have. So I do have the iPhone 17 Pro Max in my hand right now, and I also have the Google Pixel 10 in my hand right now. So anyone who would say, okay, this is AI. No, AI cannot do smartphone, can make smartphones like this, not accurate unless you edit the imagery yourself. Another thing I love is this CD right here is my aiming in the background. So you got to have a real life scene of my aiming in the background. So you could take like 4 or 5 different pictures, put it into one imagery, and it would come out as a real UJ artwork as a digital artist. And that's what I've been doing for a while. Coming up with my own style, my own ideas, and how I like it. So yes, it's worth it, and you can see what I mean when a person asks me, "Did I ever did this type of Power Ranger?" Then yeah, you right here, can see it right here, the same morpher, the same thing, and this is the editing right here. Therefore, the editor part right here, then I begin to edit it with this part right here. So the one, this was the width of the one right there. So this is the same one right here with the width of the one. So I want a little bit more of this version of Jason David Frank. So I said, you know what? Let me grab the asset picture of Jason David Frank, and it did that right there. So I had to re-edit everything and redo it. And this is how I was able to get Jason David Frank. And this what you call editing. And this is this picture right here that I use on Power Ranger Turbo to put on there. And you can see real life imagery. So all my artwork based on real life, and not made with AI, and just made by who I am as a digital artist. And so now in the past, people would lose other ideas to balance it out. So this is something that I always love. I did the width of the picture. This is the remaster picture I done right here for my friend Vinny. And like just showing y'all my art style is really amazing. But there's like the different art style. Now, most of this was done on the Apple style of things, and I put my own art style into the Apple playground, image playground, and wrote like in Liberty was trained like I didn't know how they got my artwork to be trained on there, but and like I find it crazy because and like in the past, if you asked me years ago um, how it would look and how it would train, you would look and say, okay, okay, but not the best. So now it's just working with like the different art style, the different ideas. You could come up with different medium of art. You start with a basic sketch. And this is 100% real screenshot that did. And you could go right into info and you can see like this is a 100% screenshot. And I painted there, I sketched this before I even did anything. So I began to work with it, and more you work with it, more you able to bring it to real life right here. So you're able to do so much. You see the difference from there versus ChatGPT editing, and this is how you know this is losing my art style right here. All this. It's just a beautiful way of doing things and showing people, hey, what is the best art style that you can lose? As a photographer, I take real life fashion pictures. And I love taking fashion pictures and stuff. So this is something that I cherish, and this is something that I love, and stuff. So I take lots of fashion pictures of different places, different spots, different neighborhoods. This what I also take it in the snow. I went in the snow, and I thought this was a really great picture to take. So this is also in my photography style that maybe in the near future I would teach you how to take fashion picture. What is my photography style that I use to induce those type of imagery? And I put all every picture that I train with ChatGPT, I put it into ChatGPT to train it. And most people don't know that. So You had to lose your own imagery to train ChatGPT. Give me a moment. I drink some water, guys. Okay, now move on to the next. Okay, so the next idea in ChatGPT, what I want y'all to practice on, is learning how to edit your imagery. Edit is so much fun. So let's grab a couple pictures. Okay, like let's grab 10 different imagery real fast. Let's do ISO speed. Okay, so I gotta grab 10 imagery. That I could say I gotta grab this. Let's grab this. You could go up to 10. And I gotta pick the imagery that I want. And we got one more. I gotta pick one more. This is a good one. This is a good one. Let's go to this one. So we gotta copy this right here. We gotta wait. We gotta go right here till we see all 10 right here. Sometimes what you might have to do is just go right here, go like this, and then go right here. Because sometimes when you do it that way, you're not gonna vote. Sometimes you have to look for the tubes. The screenshot is very hard to find on here. See what I mean? And you're always on the meter. Okay, let's go ISO speed. What ISO speed at? Okay, so I had to pick the exact same pictures. Okay, so I got to select the pictures that I want. Okay, so first off, I want to go to, let's get one of his bodyguards. Excuse me. And a picture that I seen, what this one. It's very hard to pick out the pictures that you want, so I gotta pick out the ones that I know I could lose. Okay, so in what this one, let's lose this one. Let's get him more on the beach with a crowd of people. And I gotta show you with one of his bodyguards right there. We definitely have to have that right there. Let's do that one. And we got like two more. And the one that he holding the lady hang, the chicken one, last one. Okay, so the way how I gotta lose this as one of my art style is by saying I want this as a vector art and animated. So I would literally say vector art graphic art style and literally when you say hardcore comic book, don't lose that. Put create a design and a comment hang hand drawing with details. Detail with ink. Once you put the ink, then that is one thing. Then what you want to make sure you do is make sure you say graphic in 3D, realistic, realistic paint comment right here. 3D realistic comment. With rich, let's put rich, vivid colors. Okay, and though the simple thing, then I would say add my name, edit my name, my name, my logo, art by digital artist Lee Sylvester Lemon. Okay, so once you do all this, that's all. Then I want you to go to each image and I want you to separate the imagery into 10 different separation of imagery, not together. I don't want this into no one picture. They are standing alone imagery. The image are one by one. You gotta go one by one of each image. Keyword gotta be next image or next. And this is how I able to uh, strive what I want or the idea. So Lulu ChatGPT would go by one, and we'll remove all this right here. That's something that I did forgot to ask to remove this. I also forgot to say create a background, but since we're doing this, I want to be legit and add the real life people faces on this imagery. When you doing real life artwork, you see the real fun life that he having. There's another one right here, and there's another one right here. They do just looking like what is going on with ISO speed. And so these are the pictures that we gotta be doing. I got to add him on that because on the last picture I didn't add it. And I got Woody right there, so it's really good. Now ChatGPT able to remove some people if you ask it to remove a whole bunch of people and create a background for that person. But this is my personal way of adding the image without losing AI, and this is why I ask. So you teaching ChatGPT to lose only your art style. And you gotta wait. Okay, so one last tweet. Give this a moment. Now, ChatGPT is not the fastest, but it depends on which one you're losing. Now, if I were losing the workspace one, the workspace one with instant separate them. That's something I did notice versus the instant one. The instant one do not really like to separate it. And so that's something that I did catch on when it comes to like doing some artwork or some different art style and stuff. So this is something that I could say I could explain to you guys about what is the best tool, what is the best art style that you need, and how you can use it in your advantage. But yeah, but I am happy that Midjourney is doing lots of new features, and we gotta wait. And you can see how cool when you do the vector art style with hand drawn, and this is really great. Like, it definitely gave me my own logo, so cool at Smart 4K Tech. Um, and this just show you how powerful you can do the real life imagery of people and stuff. So this is show you this is matter in my art style, and this definitely painted in my hand drawing way as a digital artist. So now I gotta hit next, and once you hit next, I don't know why. I think in the thinking mode that you're able to do more, but you can see and do kept ISO speed logo right there. So for people to know this is ISO speed, out of the respect of ISO speed. And so, but you can see how powerful the tools are right here. You want to see the same dude right here? Yes, you got the same dude. First, you can know that it's not artificial right here, and you got the same people and stuff. And you can add ChatGPT just fill out the rest of the people, but you can see how ChatGPT working and stuff. So some people don't like AI. Some people think AI is stopping people from creating real artwork. But this is how I'm able to do my artwork as a digital artist. Factor art is always the cleanest artwork that you could do as a digital artist, and you want people to see what type of art style that you like to lose. And losing my own digital artwork and my own vector artwork for so long, and not even funny. So, let me show y'all some more idea pictures. And so I also did something like this with Tiffany. And so I really love Tiffany on WWE. She doing a major job. She also from Minnesota. She was born and raised in Minnesota. I was not born and raised in Minnesota. I'm more a Miami person. But you can see my storylines based on real life imagery, real life artwork, in real life. Another thing that I could say I love about Google is, or not Google, on losing ChatGPT. Let me tell you, don't say next. So whenever you hear the noise, I gotta wait till I get a notification. But this why I say, you see how you could tell this is more true to life versus AI art. AI art cannot produce the same earrings at all, or does any details that she have between her face or her eyes. That's so you're different from different AI tools that it cannot match the same colors. You could try to get it a match, but it won't match the exact same colors that you're looking for. This is why I say I love using ChatGPT, because it matches the exact same color, the same details on the face and the reaction. So this show you how powerful this tool is to edit your own real life imagery and stuff. So you could come with a really amazing idea. You can see all in his glasses what the real camera looked like when they were shooting it. That's something that most people don't pay attention to. You can see the same earring on each person. And from doing it for so long, and not even funny. Another way you could know that this is a legit adding a picture is by looking at the face reaction. And the face reaction is not 100% real, then you basically got AI. You look at the true emotion of the face, You look at the emotion of the body. That how you could tell if the body not match up with the face, you really don't have a 100% true emotion. The emotion count on each imagery. The emotion count on each picture. So you want the picture to have emotion in the face and the body. That's how you know you working with real life imagery. And that reason why people don't take advantage of losing AI to really assist them to edit their real life imagery, to paint, repaint it, and you paint it as well. But you teaching the AI what you want, how you need it. And so a whole bunch of people say, well, you losing AI, you're not a real artist. No, you are that real artist because you losing your own work and you putting in your own idea. Everything that I doing is created by me as a digital artist. And I love being both. I love being a digital artist. I love being an AI artist. I love being a fashion photographer. I love doing these stuff. You can see the real tears come out of her eyes. You're not seeing the real tears come out of the eyes, then you're really not getting the real AI. Not AI, I mean the real imagery, real light imagery. And that's what I love. Let's look at the people face. These are the real people face right here. If we go into the second imagery right here, on the second imagery, you can see the real life face of the people right here. And that's how you know you master into the next level of art right here. And this is how you know it's not AI versus AI generated. Because AI generated cannot produce a whole bunch of people at one time. And that's something that ain't fair at many times, fair at do some real life imagery of real people, either people in the background right there. So you could either I could either remove the people in the background real easily and remove the people in the foreground. Make sure how you do that right now. So let me download this. I think these were the only two right here. Okay, so what I gotta do is remove people from the background, and we gotta go right here, and I gotta remove these people in the background because I don't need them in the background. So we gotta go right here. I gotta keep this guy. We don't need. Gotta wait. These the people we don't need in the background. When it comes to artwork, you want to keep most of the people in the foreground. Okay, so we gotta remove this person right here. Let me remove these. Let's see, can we remove half of these? Clean up. So we gotta clean up these people right here that we do not need in the foreground. And this is something that we don't need these people either. But everything can look normal, see. This is how I'm able to clean up some stuff that I don't need and stuff. If you want to clean up some stuff, this is what you have to do. You have to clean up the stuff that is don't need to be done on here. Another thing is we're not finished. I want to remove D2. Okay, let me do this. Bam. And this is how you edit as a digital artist. You got a more clean background versus that you did not have. So these right here, let's remove these people from right here. Cause that the artificial one right there. They didn't give me a chance to click it. Okay, I'm about to ChatGPT to remove the people, remove some people in the background. But yeah, if you want a clean look, this is the best way versus than having all these people right here inside. So you can ask, just remove the people in the background of this. So, okay, so right here, this is a really cool picture. So watch this. Only remove the people in the background next to the car. That's all. And you could lose this and turn this into a really good master artwork if you know what to do. You know how to really edit on the imagery. You really want this to edit to really work. You could push this out wherever you need or when it comes to like digital art or anything. So, but yeah, let me remaster this. Okay, let me show y'all another art picture. I got a favorite imagery that I love. Um, if I could find it, I should be there. Okay, right here. This is one of my favorite art. One of my favorite art pictures that I ever done with Iris West and stuff. So this is some of my favorites imagery right here, and with Canaan's Pat and stuff. So I also, if you go to my IG, if you go into my IG, you will see what celebrity pictures that I've been doing lately. So I do lots of celebrity. That's Selena Gomez. That don't look like Selena. Okay, no disrespect. But you can see some of my newest art pictures that I done as a digital artist, losing my own art style and my own ideas. These some of the new art pictures that I been losing, working on. This is one of my favorite pictures right here of Dwayne Johnson. The real picture was in black and white, and I just painted this, added this, and just have fun doing this. Literally have fun doing this. So there was something that I did cherish a lot as a digital artist. Like I said, I do lots of people artwork. I also did branding. I wasn't shocked to see branding. Love my artwork. I did branding picture. You can see this is the official branding page right here. You can see this is 100% branding right here. I did not expect her to look at this. I was really in shock. If we go right here, you can see you got the dead person. But right how you know in branding, once you see the shell right here, should pop up. This is how you know I do got branding as a friend on here. So it's really cool just to see Brandy love my artwork and she followed me. And that it really amazing to see her that she had followed me. So that really cool that I got different celebrities loving what I do as a digital artist and so. So I think the most proud picture that I love the most, like I said before, is D2. Excuse me, Jason David Frank and Tweety. It's Tweety. These are my my favorite Power Rangers pictures that I love. And so let me see. I think another one that I love is with these. They are one of my other favorite ones. Excuse me. This the full version one of this. And yeah, and I teach people what the style is. This is me drawing of it as a digital artist. And I just showing people what you need to do with the final steps or to match the really cool Chinese art style as a digital artist and taking it into ChatGPT and finish everything up. So this is the secret. People want to know how I do my artwork. This is how I do my artwork. If you want to see Walter Jones, let me go to Walter Jones. You go by him, Walter Jones love this picture that I painted myself. And you can see this is Walter Jones right here. So he really loved this picture. So I always really in shock. And so really great imagery right here. And so yeah. So I will hit you up on the next video. Peace.